In today's video, we're going to be talking about the untapped market in Nigeria. And untapped market, not the untapped market, but still, you get my point. Now, for quite some time, I actually sat down and thought about this. And after thinking about this, I said, I have to share this thing with you guys, because if any of you can actually tap into this thing, you're already a millionaire, like if you ask me. Now, for you to understand what I'm talking about, let's first of all start by talking about freight companies. Now, for those that don't know, a freight company is a company that can help you ship items from one country to another, especially in the case where an item that you want is unavailable for delivery in your country. Now, let's use a brand like Amazon, for example. Now, Amazon is only available in certain countries like the US, the UK, Japan, India, those countries. But then, however, if you are in a country where Amazon is not available at all and you wanted an item from Amazon, you'd be paying a lot to actually get it shipped. Or if you try to get it shipped, your account could potentially get flagged or something. But with freight companies, you do not have to worry about stuff like this. For a freight company, they will give you an address based in that country where the item that you want is available. And from there, you order the thing and you give them the address of the freight company. It comes there, and from there, it comes to your country. It's easy peasy. Now, in Nigeria, we have a lot of freight companies like Hiroshi, Share Shopship, Fly My Mall, and so many others. But however, in Nigeria, we do not have any freight company that works in reverse. And reverse in the sense that I want to ship an item from Nigeria to maybe a country like the Canada or UK or whatever. We do not have that type of service in Nigeria. Now, y'all may still be confused, but see, let me cook. Let me continue explaining what I'm talking about. Now, in Nigeria, there is one online shopping service that we have that is popular, and it's called Jumia. Obviously, like if you live in Nigeria and you don't know what Jumia is, it's basically like the African version of Amazon. Like that's what everybody calls it, the Amazon of Africa. But however, one thing that we do not see with Jumia in Nigeria is the fact that a lot of items on Jumia are cheap compared to how much they're sold in the US or other countries, in my opinion. Like, this does not apply to every single product, but a lot of products this thing applies to. Like, for example, ring lights are way cheaper on Jumia than actually buying it from Amazon. Even things like microphones that you can use for content creation and all that stuff, a lot of them are cheaper on Jumia than on Amazon. Even CarPlay as well, like all these CarPlay devices, a lot of them are probably still cheaper than buying it on Amazon. But however, there's one thing that I've seen that is way cheaper on Jumia than on Amazon, and those are like gaming consoles and gaming related things. Now, this does not apply to every single gaming related thing, like if you get what I mean. And to give you a practical example, I need to tell you this story. Okay, so my brother basically wanted to buy this game called Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Now, in America, this game is really expensive. It costs like more than $100. It costs a lot of money. It's very, very expensive because it's a limited edition game that Nintendo only made limited copies of, and they're not selling it anymore. So now my brother asked me to check whether or not Nintendo Switch games are being sold on Jumia. So then I checked on Jumia and I saw that Nintendo Switches and their games can be bought on Jumia. So I said, yeah, it can. So he now asked me to look for this Super Mario 3D All-Stars game for the Nintendo Switch, and I said, okay, sure. Now, when I searched for this game, I saw that a copy of this game was going for about 75,000 naira. And we're like, wow. So we did the exchange rate from naira to dollar, and we saw that that game cost essentially less than $50, because the rate we used at the time was 1,700 naira per dollar. And that game basically costs less than $50. And we're like, wow, my brother said, we need to buy this game. And here is the game right here. This is the game itself. And this game works. Like, if I should bring out my Nintendo Switch now, it works. Okay, so this is the game cartridge over here. You can see Super Mario 3D All-Stars, like right here. So let me put this thing inside the Nintendo Switch. You see, let's see. You see, this thing actually works. Like, this is the actual game from Jumia that we got for way cheaper than it is in the US. Now, who knows, if we search for other games for Nintendo Switch, we may find ones that are way cheaper than what is being sold in the US or something. But then, like, this does not apply to every single product though. But still, the fact that you can find some items way cheaper here than in the US is crazy to me. But if it's one thing that I've seen that it's actually cheap on Jumia, are retro game consoles, like particularly like the PS2, PS3, I think even the Nintendo Wii and all that stuff like that. But I'm going to speak on the PlayStation stuff. Now, I was looking at PS3s, and the average price of a PS3 is about 150,000 naira. Now, this is not even up to $100 based on the current exchange rate. And I also looked at PS3s in America, and I saw that they're way more expensive there than here. Even PSP is cheaper here. Even PS2, like a PS2 should go for about 50,000 naira. Last time I checked, like that's the average price of one, and it's way cheaper here than there. And for the PS3s and the PS2s in particular, they come bundled with controllers and come bundled with a lot of games. Like the PS3 ones, they may come with maybe 2 to 4 controllers, and then they have different games like GTA, FIFA, and the rest. Now, this is basically a steal in my opinion, and I just wish that, you know, people from other countries can actually look into our market and see that a lot of these things are much cheaper than in their own countries. Because now, a lot of people in the US, they love retro games. Like, I see videos of people making, I bought a PS2, I bought a PS1, I bought PS3, and they were just making videos about it. Like, a lot of people there love retro games so much. And it would be cool to see people actually patronizing us in Nigeria just to buy these games. Like, I see that people in the US, they buy games from Japan and everything. Why can't they come and patronize us? The main problem with actually getting people to patronize us is the fact that we still do not have a freight company that ships from Nigeria to the US. Because if we had one where someone could just use their phone, download an app, and then it's just for them to select what they want, they order whatever, and then from there it gets shipped from Nigeria to the US, like, it would be a game changer in my opinion. Now, if any of you can actually go into this untapped market, trust me, you'll be very, very rich. Like, do with this information what you will, and I hope I see you guys next time. Goodbye.